A strip club. This might not be the first thing that pops in your head when you think of Dutch Design Week. Design Academy graduate and former sex worker Maggie Saunders took the idea of stripping to a next level, because the industry needs a change. Strippers and sex workers often depend on their pimps, which can create unsafe situations, and of course a lot of money goes to them. Maggie Saunders created an app in which the money gets transferred to the strippers virtually. No cash is needed and customers can now literally make it rain from their phone. The money goes directly to the strippers, which makes them independent and pimps are completely out of the picture. This way the system can be used anywhere, for example in pop-up strip experiences, giving strippers full political, financial and bodily autonomy. We link the strip club to our trend-stretching taboos. A trend that makes people think and talk about taboo topics instead of pushing them away. Having a virtual strip club at the graduation show of the Design Academy really makes people think about the industry and maybe change their perspectives on sex workers. I talked to the designer to get more into it. So today we're at Campina at the Dutch Design Week, which is the graduate show of all the graduates of the Design Academy. And this girl, what's your name?
Maggie Saunders.
All right. So she created, I think, the coolest project here. You created a strip club for your graduation.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So can you tell us a bit more about the strip club and the idea behind it?
Sure. So I used to be a stripper, and I was really sick of the exploitative industry.
Yeah.
And because of all the political movements with sex workers' rights, and like a lot of radical feminists have been trying to shut down strip clubs, I really wanted to be able to help stripper collectives that are now popping up have their own independent financial system that gives them full political control, financial control, and bodily autonomy. That way they can use this pop-up idea and bring it to different contexts, and also include like diverse bodies, because the current industry is still really gender and race-based, has gender and race-based discrimination. So we really wanted to eliminate that and like speak to a millennial crowd, because millennials right now aren't really being included in this strip industry because, you know, we can get everything online. So I really wanted to try to bring back like physical performance into the space that was also incorporating technology to draw in the younger crowd.
Yeah. So it's more to create a safer space as well for the strippers, because I understood there's no pimps involved anymore, and so the girls are really like independent, and I think that's a really cool initiative.
Thanks. And also we have like wearables, garter wearables that they can wear that show when they're being tipped. That way there's no longer like any unconsensual touching involved. So it gives like an extra boundary and extra room for consensuality.
Yeah. And do you think that, for example, in the future, because that's what I had to think of right away, is that you see more places where it's like pin only, card only, there's like, it seems that cash money is a bit fading away, and that there's a future coming where cash money is just really not there anymore. Is that also like an idea that's put into the your whole project?
Yeah, that's what I was like researching before, because now we're basically just becoming a pin only community, like a world right now.
Yeah.
And also because we really want to try to get rid of like the seediness of the industry, and take away these other people that are kind of like involved in drugs or possibly just money laundering.
Exactly. Yeah.
And also give the girls like an opportunity to become like genuine taxpayers and part of the society, because right now we're like super excluded as sex workers, like not being allowed to use a bank and things like that. So we're trying to also create a movement to like make that more accepted.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe it's just an imagination I have, but I think for a lot of people the cash money thing in a strip club is also a good way to spend their like unregistered money.
Definitely.
How do you think that will be when, for example, the cash money fades away a little bit, and with the strip clubs, do you think you will, for example, lose customers, or do you think people will just come anyway?
I think that's really hard for me to say right now, but I think like the people that would prefer to use cash, like it's not my target audience anymore.
No.
And those are kind of the people that I would prefer not to have in the environment. So for me, it's okay. We want to try to target a new crowd.
Yeah. And do you think it's easier to to spend to make it rain virtually, or to do it with cash money? Do you think people will spend more if it's as easy as just swiping something?
I mean, that's what we really want to develop,
Yeah.
because we have like a lot of ideas on how to make it more fun, more interactive,
Yeah.
like new things. So
Yeah.
I think right now it's just like the concept, just this idea of doing something virtually and having something else involved, like such as the stage.
Yeah.
So we really hope to develop that more, because it, to just tapping your phone isn't as exciting as literally making it
Yeah,
rain.
exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely agree with you
Yeah,
on
maybe
that.
it takes the experience away as well. Maybe, like, I don't know. I think you could feel a bit like powerful if you're just, I don't know,
Yeah.
getting rid of your money instead of like tapping your phone.
But that's also like why I did it this way, was because I don't want the customer to feel empowered.
Yeah.
Like, it's about the dancers.
Exactly.
And it's
Yeah,
about
that's
making
cool,
them
though.
feel comfortable,
Yeah.
because sometimes it's not always so cool when someone
No.
is making it rain
Yeah.
on you. But
I wouldn't know. Yeah.
But sometimes, yeah, so we want to try to develop that, because there's
Yeah.
so much that can be changed.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the responses of visitors you had until now?
Everybody has been like super positive.
Okay, good.
Which has been great.
Yeah. Did
And
you expect that?
I didn't really know what to expect,
I
because
can
like
imagine. Yeah.
it's a strip club at the Design Academy. Everybody's like, "What's happening?"
Yeah. Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah.
And the only I've gotten some really good questions,
Mhm.
but the only, I would say, negative. It's not really negative, but like a lot of people have been like, "How is this designed?" And that's kind of concerning for me, because
Yeah.
one, performance in itself is
It's design definitely.
and
yeah.
because it's still like part of this mainstream culture and like what most people would call low culture, they don't
Yeah.
see that as like needing an area to be designed.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing that I'm trying to tackle with this, but there's so many layers, because there's so many things that
Yeah.
have been designed, from like the app to the space to like the wearables to
Yeah.
like the people that I choose to work there, and yeah, there's a lot more to it than meets the eye, and I think
Yeah.
people take that for granted sometimes.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah, maybe people only look at the bigger picture. They just see naked girls dancing. They're like, why is this a
Exactly.
project? And they don't really get into the whole idea behind it and the app and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think also people take technology for granted because it's so accessible, and
Yes.
they don't understand like how many hours like has been put into
Yeah.
making this
Yeah.
app even function, because like we're spoiled and we can just download anything, and we don't necessarily think about like the design behind it. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so
Yes,
much.
it's really nice. I really, the idea behind it is really cool. And we're gonna have a look
Yeah. Come
if you
inside.
guys want to. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice. Alright guys, so we're in the strip club. They said we could film if the girls were not nude. So as you can see, it's literally a strip club. For the strip club at the graduation show, you paid €4 to get in. And you could download a link to a website that links you to an app. So this is the app. And as you can see, you can make it rain, you can make the stripper twerk, you can make them do a lap dance, and every action costs money, and also you can tip them and give them extra money, which get transferred directly to their bank account. So no pimps are needed, and it's completely safe and independent for the strippers and sex workers.